insane. But they're going to go Viper. Now, were they the team yesterday that ran the support Viper? I think they were, because, yeah, I think it was Shu playing it, and I believe he is their support. They're mainly their position 5 support players. So, as odd as that may sound, I'm going to lean towards that being a support Viper. Again, it's one of those, in theory, like, when you really think about it, especially with the change to his poison attack, the whole magic resistance decrease now, it actually kind of sounds like it could be decent. It's solid slow, very powerful slow, has that magic damage reduction. Doesn't provide a stun, but of course you could get an item like a Rod of Atos, for example, that could help with that. But yeah, and when it comes to lane harassment, certainly is very good at that. So it's very odd, definitely out there, but noEscape potentially going to be running that support Viper once again. Nyx Assassin coming out for Demon Slayers. Very good hero right now against all 3 of these, in fact. That Spiked Carapace potentially is going to be pretty powerful as far as setting up some stuns. All 3 of these heroes have some kind of an ability that they leave behind, or is uncontrollable damage and easy to set up stuns on them. So I like the Nyx Assassin pick, albeit it's not one we've seen a lot in these qualifiers. In fact, overall, yeah, wow, he's only been seen 8 times in total. We're talking about between open and regional qualifiers for all regions. 8 times is not a lie. Compare that to Crystal Maiden, who's been seen 115 times. So yeah, that gives you a pretty good idea. A lot of the more popular picks are in the 50 to 60 range. But again, makes sense here. Wraith King, though, comes out for noEscape, which is a little interesting into an Nyx Assassin, considering he's got that mana burn to look out for.
5 seconds remaining.
But Wraith King did receive that buff. I guess I shouldn't call it a buff. It is a change when it comes to his Vampiric Embrace. We saw him in action yesterday as well. I believe Skitter played it for NIP. Did pretty well with it, but the now providing damage, a little bit less lifesteal. The skeletons get half the damage, so it's like a give and take there, as far as what they can be used for now or how potent they are for pushing towers, etc., or sustain. But yeah, into the mana burn. Of course, when he gets level 20, that won't be a concern, but up until that point, I would think he's going to be a little scared of that as Weaver comes out. Now, this lineup, it's the lockdown it's kind of iffy, I suppose. It's not that great. You have the travel time with the Wraithfire Blast. Malphus is on and off. But there is a Doom, and Weaver does not like Doom. So that's where I am the most shocked to see a Weaver pick up here for Demon Slayers.
5 seconds remaining.
And it's not like Weaver's a go-to core right now either. In fact, I got the stats open. Might as well take a look. Been seen 30 times, so it's just below average. 53% win percentage for the Weaver hero. Right behind Morphling, who's been seen 31 times, and who is 74% win percentage. So, yay, Morphling. Anywho, yeah, I don't know if I'm sold on this Weaver pickup. It seems a little odd to me. I believe Costa Bile, though, does play this hero a lot. I'm very comfortable with it. And apparently we got insects. We literally have insect synergy over here for Demon Slayers. Wonder how many people will get that reference. Fortunately, not as many as would a month ago. But Broodmother, Weaver, and Nyx Assassin coming out for Demon Slayers. No, but Broodmother final pick.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I guess why not? Again, lockdown not really that great for Demons or for noEscape. Now, on Demon Slayer side, their lockdown's also not great either. This is a game that crowd control is going to be missing somewhat. So what do you go mid? Timbersaw doesn't feel horrible. Is Timbersaw banned? No, Timbersaw is not banned. Talk about matchups against the Broodmother. Timbersaw certainly not bad. There's Kunk. No, they did ban Kunk. Okay, that makes sense. Earthshaker. Could run the mid Earthshaker.
Choose
We're
your
seeing
hero.
several meepos, man. Meepos popping up here and there, and I'm not disappointed, but that's interesting to me. So it is going to be a meepo, though. We got a meepo versus a broodmother. Who would have thought? That's not a matchup you expect to see really often at all. That's as a caster, I want to say this is the first time I've definitely had the chance to cast a meepo versus a broodmother. Those are both heroes that I consider more of these cheese picks, you know, however you want to put it. Kind of that catch you off guard pick as a 10th pick, but no, it's going to be the matchup here. Brood versus meepo is what we have. Romjuk, their mid player. So yeah, Shu on the Viper, as expected, simply because what we saw from him yesterday. It is going to be the Viper support coming out. And yeah, it was a loss yesterday. I forget who they played against. They played against, I think it might have been NIP actually. Let's see. We watched the match where they played. Yeah, I think that was against NIP, the final series of the night. Yeah. So obviously, a very good opponent there. And I do appreciate a team kind of trying something a bit out there, right? A bit different. And like I said, when you kind of theory craft it and think about it, it's okay. It has some relevance to it. I continue to go back to, though, crowd control really on both sides is not the greatest in this game. We're going to have a pause to start things off. But hopefully not a long one. So yeah, again, as mentioned, unfortunately for Demon Slayers, they are eliminated no matter what happens here in this series. We'll be finishing in that 4th or 5th place spot, but playing for pride. noEscape, to be blunt, is likely going to be the other team, even no matter what happens here, because even if they go 2-0, they then match up against Evil Geniuses for their final match of the night. So not to take away any potential of seeing a big upset, because we've had those before, and that would be great, you know, that would be amazing. But there's a reason why it would be called a massive upset. But yeah, you can't think about that if you're noEscape, right? You know, you need to win now to even give yourselves a chance. So looks like we are good to resume, though. I really am excited for the next series, though, too. And I know that's kind of one that maybe may not be as appealing to some, but NIP versus Zolotl. NIP, of course, a very popular team, but Zolotl, hell, they're 2-0-1. That's their final match, and NIP is coming off a loss. Zolotl is a team, like I've stressed, they've been together for at least 2 years, at least 4 of the 5 players. 4 of the 5 from Mexico. Again, a region, a country that does not have a lot of representation when it comes to Dota 2, so it's really cool to see these top-tier players from that area coming together and trying to compete. And whether it's the major or the minor, it would be absolutely cool to see a team like that qualify for such an event, and definitely be deserving of it. So, but again, that's the next series to come. We got game 1 of this series here. And then there's even another series after that, EG versus noEscape, as I mentioned before.
The battle begins.
Zap, zap, what? Wow. All 4 bounty runes go for Demon Slayers. Now, Old White is going to die for this, so he does give up first blood, and that's where it's, okay, probably not worth it for him to get that 4th one, but still, all 4 bounty runes going the way of Demon Slayers. Props to them. In fact, they were the team, weren't they? noEscape against NIP yesterday was the team yesterday that didn't get the first, like, 20 bounty rune spawns. They need to work on that, not gonna lie. Interesting here with the Enigma Doom, but again, Brood versus Meepo. This really is something. Brood versus Meepo in the mid lane. Curious to see how the creep score looks. I'm sure it's going to be your typical Brood game where even if he's not farming in the lane, he's farming off into the jungle just fine and getting very good CS. Look at these Eidolons, by the way. Nyx Assassin and Tusk doing a good job of dealing with them. And Sonic is trying to figure out where he is going to end up. He'll place a ward for the mid at least for now. But it looks like it is going to be Enigma going back to his roots and just jungling for now. He's got the early headdress. Look at this Viper, though. Again, you think of a hero that's really good at trading compared to others. Now, if there's one hero that can contest at trading, it is a Nature's Prophet, especially with the Blightstone. And we're seeing that here. Old White is certainly up for the challenge. At least for now. Doom, meanwhile, continues to be harassed pretty heavily down here at the bottom lane. So the defensive trial lane being ran from Demon Slayers. And actually it's just hitting me that Old White is their offlaner, saying this is actually an offlane Nature's Prophet. Instead they're running essentially a position 5 Tusk. Flea, their position 4 player. He is on the Nyx Assassin, currently doing a pull.
Cut off.
I think that does go back to the Nyx Assassin pick, though, and they felt the Nyx Assassin was very good in the matchup at that point, and as we mentioned, it certainly was. They did like the idea of the Nyx Assassin, so they kind of fitted into the lineup, but this did mean that they were going to have to run an off-lane Nature's Prophet, as we see here. Look at this Meepo, though. 22-4 against Broodmother's 19-1. I guess a lot of that is the Spiderlings. So got to keep that in mind when looking at the CS of Meepo. Doom causing a bit of distraction, it looks like. Everyone leaves the bottom lane, but eventually cost ability on the others. We'll head back and continue their farm. More so Weaver's farm.
With gratitude.
So yeah, we'll see how Weaver fares this game. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Weaver here, especially going up against that Doom. But I wonder if he is going to go for a Linken's this game. I mean, it does seem pretty strong. There's several abilities single target that, including that Doom, that you certainly wouldn't mind having that against. Obviously, the Doom could just get a Purge creep, for example, and remove it if that's the case, but it still ideally will give you just enough of that reaction time.
Invisibility!
Checking to push out the mid. Poofing on in. Making sure just to get the last hits as much as he can. As that CS continues to be very impressive for him. Constantly going over to the jungle. 20 more seconds until we have 5 minutes. So, what is up here? Wow, Viper tries to kill Nature's Prophet. Ends up being able to teleport out just in time. But Bounty Rune control. Looks like Demon Slayers is in the better spot now. Outside of the very top one, which Wraith King should be able to pick up, but again, I mean, Demon Slayers is able to get 3 of the 4 bounty runes. Or not. What? Oh, so Brood was up there, but he was just farming the camp, not even really paying attention to that. A little awkward. So this bounty rune is just going to chill here for now. We'll see if they eventually pick up on that sooner than later. And actually, it's just going to be taken by Viper. He's just checks. He's might as well. He's like, might as well see if it's still there. And hey, look at that, it's still there. So a bit of a miscue from Demon Slayers, and ends up being even when it comes to the bounty runes. Doom, he's in trouble. Teleport coming in. Shard block. They got a sprout. There's a stun. The tag team's up and flow. Proven to be tanky, but not tanky enough. But the poof in from Romjik, is this the best play? He gets one. Takes out Tusk, and apparently it is. So with that Earthbind, or the Ransack, excuse me. Did it used to be called Earthbind? Oh, Earthbind is a net. What am I saying? Anyways, he's able to sustain and ends up getting the 1 kill at least. Nature's Prophet, meanwhile, though, at the top lane, teleported back in, and he gets taken out by Yamsun. And with the Viper, they're going to push out the lane even further. Do some good damage to the tower. You get an idea of what Wraith King is thinking as far as his item goes. He's spam pinging his skeletons. He's like, what the hell are these things doing? It is a little odd. Really unfortunate. Kind of bugged out right there off to the side, but Tusk manning up and immediately regretting that decision. Not sure what that was about. Ends up being an easy tower kill going the way of Wraith King. Why is Demon Slayers out? No, because they're 0-0-3, so even with the 2-0 here, that would put them at 1-0-3. And you need to get top 3 in the group to have any chance of any kind of moving on. Zalato right now is in 3rd place with 2 0-1 record. Point is, no. Because the best they can finish is 1-0-3, which, no matter what, that wouldn't get you 3rd place, at least. noEscape, on the other hand, this is their first of 2 series today, so again, in theory, if they go to, if they win both the series 2-0, which their next opponent is against EG, I remind you, but if they win both their series 2-0, then they actually would be able to possibly even get a 1st, 2nd finish, at least 3rd place. But yeah, Demon Slayers, with this being their final series, it would be it for them. But again, as you can see now, I mean, they're certainly contesting. It is the early lead for Demon Slayers, but Broodmother's got a hand of Midas. So very greedy Broodmother build early on as Nature's Prophet gets pulled into the snowball. Saved for now, has to run through that Nether Toxin though and eventually kill it off by Sonic. And Tusk with a shard, is the block enough? The answer is no. He still goes down. And now you see Weaver. Shikuchi's away. Very aggressive stance here from noEscape. As upwards now of a 3,000 net worth lead, and you also got the Helm of the Dominator picked up on Enigma. So he's using the Centaur here to wrap around, in fact, go for the kill on Tusk. Nice shard once again, but he might need a snowball here. He does. Likely to lead to his death, unfortunately. Goes in, and no chance to get away, so Schwan right there. Ends up falling. Yamsun, he is feeling pretty good. He's 4-0-2 on this Wraith King right now. Of course, neutral items definitely could be popping out. Broom Handle picked up by Meeple. That's a really good item for him. Increasing that range and giving us some nice added damage and a little bit of armor. Broodmother got the recipe for the Ironwood tree. See if he's going to be able to complete that sooner than later. Haven't seen much out of Nyx Assassin yet. Level 4 currently. He does have an urn though. Those brown boots going to put some ward vision down, and Nature's Prophet, you see the phase boots finished on him. Again, this is an offlane Nature's Prophet. On the other side, Doom though has 10-minute hits, by the way. So look for the outpost control. Weaver, he doesn't want to give it up, but there's not much you can do at that point. Can't stop it. The Doom is up on Weaver now as he just keeps running though. And Weaver has his response coming in into supports. They take out Doom, and Shu is also going to fall on Viper. So the outpost taken from the Dire by the Dire team even, so they're the only ones that get that experience boost. But Demon Slayer's at least able to make a kill happen. Meepo with the Iron Talon to go with that Broom Handle. 3,000 gold saved up. That Ethereal Blade, it's coming along nicely. Nyx Assassin, though, we see him level 6. He's going to try to use it open. Go for the kill on a Meepo, and it's more than enough damage. Saw Weaver even also there, throwing in the insect. So good gank onto the Meepo. Certainly a needed one.
Dire's middle tower
As Ramchek has had a fantastic start. Broodmother's almost got a Diffusal Blade now finished.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Also sitting with a Faded Brooch. See, you know, we saw a team like EG earlier, and these neutral items would never sit in a backpack in this earlier game. They would be handed off to somebody else right away, or, you know, used by themselves. Like for now, he literally could swap it in for the Quelling play. But on Broodmother, that's not really the strongest, I understand that. But, you know, or hell, for the clarity for that matter. But the point is, if you're not going to use it, give it to somebody else, right? Like there's these supports like Tusk and Nyx Assassin would both love and certainly have the inventory space for an item. So it really is small things like that in this new patch that I feel like teams that maybe are a little less experienced as far as even playing together or whatever don't take advantage of that enough. Because I mean, these neutral items obviously play a massive role. Even the tier 1 neutral items. Like 225 mana and 25 move speed, that's really solid. And the fact that it's just sitting in a backpack rather than in somebody's inventory being useful is it's almost unfortunate to see. I mean, you see right now he literally has an open spot, yet it's not going in there. So, anywho, enough on that. Sonic's Courier gets killed, by the way. That was a mech. That was a full mech on that Courier, and Doom, meanwhile, gets collapsed by 3 heroes. He is going to fall by the black hole. Coming out from Sonic. They're trying to turn on the Weaver at least. They should be able to get him with the Doom. Easy kill in the end. They also take out the Tusk, and now Nyx Assassin, he ain't getting away. Double kill for Shu, so the last laugh goes the way of noEscape. And now they're going to push the bottom tower on top of that.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So Broodmother still doing what he can, just farming the mid lane, as mentioned that Diffusal Blade. Does have the Ironwood Tree finished now, so I suppose he was having that delivered out. Nyx Assassin hunting.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Finds a Meepo. This happens to be the main one. The other's over here. Nyx Assassin, if anything, just getting that information. Sees this Meepo. He's going for a Brood. Is he coming down? Ugh. Ramchek. He just keeps barely moving in time. Meanwhile, the outpost controls coming in for either side. They take each other's. Still 1 more minute, though, before the experience gain. He still has that Faded Approach in his back. It's, as a support player, this is tilting me. All right, I'll let it be, though. Speaking of Brood, I guess I should have gone to him, because actually, was that a Doom? No Doom even needed. But Meepo and Doom come together to secure that kill. And Ethereal Blade is going to be finished very soon on this Meepo. Meanwhile, top lane, a fight breaking out further. Costumability, he did have to time lapse, or chose to. They killed Viper. But Shikuchi's out for now, has that Maelstrom. They do not want to give this up. 15 minutes is coming up soon. They do stop it with the Impale there. Yamsun, though, he's apparently a little too tanky. Even the Urn burning him down finally gets taken out, but he's coming right back up, of course. 15 minutes is, both do get the experience gain, but the fight continues. TP out from Tusk, no. Yes, he was able to get out. That was actually Nature's Prophet that ended up dying completely elsewhere. Way over here. Yamsun, he's still trying to take the alphas. Honestly, I'm not sure why. You already got the XP taken care of. And when there's people nearby, it's not as worth it anymore, but it does force out another fight, I suppose. In fact, Meepo now joins, and he has an Ethereal Blade. They catch Broodmother. So this is why they find the kill on Broodmother. He's out for another 45 seconds. And Brood has now back-to-back deaths. That's got to sting. And Meepo now is going to secure it. You see Nature's Prophet, though. He teleports bottom, and he's going to go ahead and take the bottom outpost. Looks like we have an opening here. Watch the replay from earlier. This was that bottom fight, the black hole coming out from Sonic.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Big victory of a fight for them. Sonic, by the way, losing his courier yet again in the live action. Brown boots were on it, so he's still going to remain to be a little slower. Does have the mech delivered, though. And they're going to go for Roshan and easily kill Roshan. What does Wraith King have, by the way? The Armor has an Ocean Heart. Has a Sanjin Yasha almost finished. All right, he's all about the stats right now. I think that's also very telling of how noEscape wants to continue to pursue in this game as far as just really doing this death ball push almost. Vlad's picked up on Doom. Obviously, you have Enigma with the mech and Helm of the Dominator, as we mentioned before. Viper, Viper's going to get caught over here. Viper ends up finding the next assassin and Tusk, but now Tusk going to get responded on as Meepo catches him with those ensnares.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See a couple of pickups right there. Orchid picked up by Nature's Prophet. Blink gotten by the Meepo. Nature's Prophet has the Orchid. Let's see if they can make a play with it. Flea and Lancy Impel. SNY delivered, though, to Wraith King in the meantime. Enigma's getting low. He actually pops the mech, but he is still a little low. Broodmother trying to run. Puts another net down. Able to escape there. Did use the Insatiable Hunger.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh, actually, Iron could be caught. He's actually going to try to TP now. That's not going to work, though. And suddenly, he does go down, so it seemed like an easy getaway in the end. Ends up kind of stopping there. And eventually, the pursuit for noEscape does pay off.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He still has a Fate Approach.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Enigma Black Hole is ready to go.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Shu ends up going down again elsewhere, but you know what? The rest of his team is pushing into Arax right now in the mid lane, so I think he's the one that's just fine with what's going on here. Down goes the melee Rax. Jump in from Meepo. Gets silenced by the Orchid. See Weaver using those Maelstrom procs to hold them off. In fact, Weaver just finishing the Mjolnir now. So damage output for Weaver is starting to get pretty serious. But one Doom can really hurt his chances. Yamsun, Armlet toggle. Turns around, says, all right, let's fight them. Black Hole catches Brew, but it stopped immediately there instead. But now Meepo jumps in with his own nets. And going for the turn, the Insatiable Hunger keeping Iron alive, not long enough, though he goes down, and there's that Doom. Weaver, he can't even time lapse. He's dead, no buyback. Meepo jumps in with a poofs, and he says poof to Nature's Prophet. Gets him taken out. Nick's Assassin, despite Carapace, will help him for the time being to survive as you hear the buybacks coming out. Doom actually buying back as well for the Dire side, and now going to collapse in the mid lane onto Nature's Prophet. He was not ready for this. Thought he knew where they were, apparently not, and Wraith King cuts him down for 700 damage. And why stop the death ball push now? There's currently 3 dead. They're going to make their way to the top lane, at least get the tower. Weaver and Broodmother are up shortly. Tusk. He knows he's in a bad spot here. Tag team, that's not going to save him. 20-minute hits. Experience. Actually, funny enough, the experience going the way of Demon Slayers. Kind of shows you, again, good map control there. I'm guessing Nature's Prophet had something to do with that. But noEscape, they're not going to care. They're pushing tier 4s. They're looking to finish this game right here, right now. Tusk will buy back. So will the Broodmother. This Meepo is completely out of control, who, by the way, still has an Aegis. Wraith King is low, but of course he's got his ultimate. Nice arm, the toggle right there in the last second, and Broodmother dies back. I think the end is near as noEscape is pushing it all the way. We're basically in the overtime phase right now, it feels like at this point. Meepo, he might actually fall. There we go. He gets taken out, but as mentioned, he has an Aegis. He's coming back up, and looking to deal plenty more damage. Yamsun having fun with the armlet. Taco finally dies, but will reincarnate right back up again. Doom was killed, by the way, so he is out for a minute. Time lapse. Got to be late. No, he got stunned. Time lapse. No, the cast animation. He dies. He buys back, though. They really do not want to give this up. Demon Slayer says, nay. We are withstanding your push. And they will actually get them to fall back all the way. In fact, they're pursuing still. Please going to land the stun. Yamsun says, all right, let's fight once again. Nice job with the Sprout. And down goes Meepo. Yamsun, he's also going to fall. Yes, he goes down too. So a little bit greedy there, trying to help his teammate out. Obviously, the big picture is still very good for noEscape, but at least a couple of kills for Demon Slayers. And to finish off the fight strong on their side. But in fact, now Sonic, well, Sonic's going to kill Nature's Prophet, obviously, with Viper's assistance. And Nyx Assassin's going to run away before he's in too much trouble. Sonic's still going. Doesn't have Midnight Pulse yet. There's a TP coming in from Weaver, so I don't know how much more Enigma wants to keep going for this. Doom is running over too. Catches Tusk. That's the Inferno Blade. I'm not sure what's going on here. A little scattered. Looks like Tusk is going to fall, but so does Enigma, and now Viper's in trouble. So they seem like unnecessary deaths. And I think that's finally it. But a game with plenty of action. 26-16 hero kills, and we're only 22 minutes into this game. Costabile. He's working on a BKB. He is actually getting close to that. All right, what other neutral line? Oh, Weaver. Oh, we got the time lapse off. Jeez, that was actually close. Net's gonna miss. He is dusted. Does he have another blink? He's just trying to guess. Now, Weaver can't get the blink off because of this, or Meepo, excuse me, can't get the blink because of the freaking insect. Meanwhile, Broodmother is farming elsewhere. Using the Hand of Midas. Still with the Faded Bird. Oh, God, now he's got a clumsy net in the backpack. Oh, God. Give those to other people, please. Imp Claw picked up by Romjek. Or potentially picked up, I should say. The Imp Claw is going to currently be on the ground for now. We'll see if somebody goes and grabs that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's
courier kills happening. Old White gets a couple of courier kills. Well played by him. Use of the Nature's Prophet. Actually gets a Vambrace recipe to drop, but I don't think he's concerned about that. In fact, see if he's going to leave it there. Who cares about neutral item? He actually did find the Imp Claw, though, so Nature's Prophet has that. Take advantage of now. It's not bad on him, actually. All right, bottom push, though, from noEscape. Can they secure the game here in game one, or will Demon Slayers continue to be able to hold? There is no Aegis this time, remember. Tusk jumping in, going for Doom. Doom, a lot of burst, and Doom is dead. He did not even cast his Doom there. Black Hole, Yamsun getting pushed around the Black Hole. It's a full duration. He took plenty of damage in the process, but they get 2 kills with it. And down goes Enigma, but now the son of the Broodmother. Broodmother with that BKB active, trying to crawl on out of here. And finally will be able to do so as he gets into the trees. They kill Wraith King, but he's coming right back up. Meepo was also killed, though, and he ain't coming back up. He doesn't have that reincarnate. Mentioned before, no Aegis this time around. Nice spiked Carapace. Wraith King has the element, has 21 charges as well. Going to try to just TP out, and is successful. Viper will go down, though, so the hold is real for Demon Slayers. And this net worth lead is now down to only 3,000. So noEscape does have to start thinking about that. Okay, maybe this game isn't actually over.
Almighty money. Radiant are scanning.
You see what's down here. We'll call it 99-1 favor, but now it's 89-11. Doom is up. He got the BKB off, but Weaver still has to be careful. I'm actually surprised Doom didn't just stand his ground there, honestly. Because as soon as that BKB wore off, he could have thrown out an Infernal Blade. Oh, Yamsum goes down. What did that happen? That was way up here. Actually got caught by the Nyx Assassin, Tusk, and Nature's Prophet. They hunt him. Hey, look at this Broodmother. Of course, the BKBs were very good pickups on both the cores. And now Lincoln's queued up for Weaver. So Weaver is going to have a lot of protection. That clumsy net coming out from Nyx Assassin. Enigma is able to get some help, though.
Dire's middle tower.
See Weaver with those Vampire Fangs. I believe we can start getting tier 3 items now, right? 25 minutes, so in fact, there you go. Helm of the Undying. Found by Old White. Has it in the backpack for now, but that's certainly an item. Now, we did find out yesterday it does not work for Weaver in the sense of he is going to put it on Weaver still, but you cannot time-lapse while it's active. That actually does not save you, at least from what we saw yesterday. So, for those that may be thinking about that, or I wonder if they even know that, the fact that they put it on Weaver does make me curious. No, he actually hands that off to Broodmother, so Broodmother's actually going to use it instead. Okay. The point is, nothing can actually save you. You will die. I'm pretty sure that's how you literally will die. So even like lifesteal or whatever, it doesn't matter. You will die 5 seconds later. It just delays it for 5 seconds. Enigma got found by the Nyx Assassin, and this is something. I mean, this is certainly what this lineup is. This massive strength of in Demon Slayers is they know how to catch heroes. They are great at it. Nyx Assassin leads the charge. Tusk can snowball in and follow it up. And obviously there's Nature's Prophet in his global presence. And this Nature's Prophet hits hard. We mentioned the M-Claw pickup from the neutrals, but also that Orchid first and now the Maelstrom. He's thinking about building a Blink.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Enchanted Quiver just picked up by Costabilla. That's a great item. Potentially for Weaver. Yeah, he is going to swap that in for his treads for now. I can't disagree with him. I think that's actually a good choice. Might have a chance to use this soon. Doom. Not out here. Weaver with that heavy damage off the bat. Again, you think that was really all Weaver right there. Tusk just locked him down, and Weaver just put in the damage. Viper. Nope, he ain't getting out. Stunned by the Impale. And this game has shifted. I mean, Demon Slayers, ever since they lost their mid-racks, it's like that empowered them or something. Because now they're the ones that have the lead. And it just, the way this game is playing, it just feels like Demon Slayers is on point. Weaver on Weaver. Weaver on Weaver. Aegis on Weaver even. He's got the Lincolns now, as we mentioned before. Helm of the Undying actually eventually goes to Tusk, so there's too many items to have.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You do see Wraith King, he has a Mindbreaker, so does have that silence effect now. That could be pretty big. Basher also in hand. Did he just finish? Yeah, he just finished an Abyssal Blade. So actually now Wraith King even has an Abyssal Blade, so more initiation from him. As we hit 30 minutes, and the outposts were controlled by Demon Slayers. So, experience advantage for Demon Slayers. The runes are still up. Smoke behind the Wraith King. noEscape is really trying to bait out this Wraith King, but Demon Slayers is busy controlling those bounty runes. However, Flea, gonna see Wraith King jumping up right here, somewhat by himself. Yeah, he's gonna get bursted down. Mana burns in. He gets forced out to win the black hole. It's stopped immediately. The spiked carapace ended up stopping it because of the Midnight Pulse by Yamsun. He ends up staying alive. He blinks in with the Abyssal Blade. That insatiable hunger, though, from Broodmother. The Aegis, by the way, popped on Weaver, and Weaver is going to be coming up in a second, but Broodmother not the same. He stays dead, as does Tusk. Weaver says, I got to get the hell on out of there. He is level 25, so he is damn fast with that Shikuchi. Wraith King, by the way, was killed, though. Now Doom's being chased back. A triple kill for Romjek in the midst of this, but Doom goes down. He catches Weaver. Can Romjek also kill Weaver for the quad kill? Time lapse forced out, cost him 1 more second, and he's got another Shikuchi. Nope, but he's slowing down. These poisons, I mean, they're just keeping him so slowed right now. He cannot get out. Another net, and down goes Weaver for 2 minutes. Romjek says, don't forget about me. I am still here and powerful on the Meepo. He's going to have an eye of Scotty, by the way. Yep, he purchases it right there. Flea trying to get away. Oh, he gets netted up, though. Poofs in. Spiked Carapace is off, and apparently Meepo's also going to catch up to Flea, so might as well be a rampage there for Meepo. Just when you thought Demon Slayers were the ones taking charge. Romjek says, nope, not so much. Nope, that was the wrong one. Apologize. That was from earlier. Replay of that fight we just saw. Obviously, a little bit further into it. Again, eventually the kill on Weaver.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Back to the live game. Again, Shrine's being taken. You see all the objectives getting taken back by noEscape. I believe BKB is also flying out to Enigma. So unless I'm mistaken, I think the only way they have a stopper is Tusk Walrus Punch, right? Which, again, that also comes down to positioning. Oh, Broodmother dies. Got caught out over here. He has a buyback. Everyone currently dead does have one. Tusk, he's also going to join them. They're going right for tier. They're going right for the Ancient. There are no tier 4s. There's the buybacks as expected. A last stand of swords from Demon Slayers. noEscape, realizing they do not want to overstep. They fall back. Wraith King stuns Nature's Prophet as he teleports in pretty aggressively, and down goes NP. Now NP buys back. Who did he doom, by the way? Did he doom NP? Oh no, he doomed Broodmother. Okay. So Broodmother got doomed, but obviously the fight not really taking place after that, so not the biggest deal. And now Doom, that's going to be on cooldown for another 2 minutes. Black Hole is still ready. Meepo decides to cancel that TP. I reiterate, Black Hole's ready. Weaver.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Playing it very careful right there. Level situation. You got a couple level 26s right now, Meepo and Weaver. This game lasts another 10 minutes or so. Certainly possible for level 30. That's all the talents unlocked. Meepo, he's in trouble. Mixed Assassin. Yeah, catches him. Nature's Prophet TP's in. There's Weaver joining as well. Meepo gonna poof in everyone else. He has to fight, but it's not gonna be enough. Meepo's dead. Demon Slayer's going back to what they do best of just simply picking you off. If you happen to be split pushing, that's exactly what Wraith King is doing. And he is going to fall because of this. Now, he's level 20, so he does have his Reincarnate ready, despite no mana. Abyssal Blade, he wants the Rax. Doesn't even care about it. He knows he's dead at this point. He's committed. He's not going to get it, though. And that wasn't even the last Rax. So that was a very odd decision by Wraith King right there to go all-in committal for non-mega creeps even. As you see, Flea again looking to set up. 35 minutes hit. Looks like both outposts were controlled by noEscape. Ooh, Flea. He had a chance there to stop the TP, but chose not to. Oh, Shadowblade picked up by Doom. He wants a way to be able to get in there and doom up the Weaver. No more. Meanwhile, Viper, I reiterate, a support Viper, gets picked off. by Weaver. This Weaver is just getting out of control now. A nullifier queued up for him. So 35 minutes, I believe that means we can get tier 4 items, if I'm not mistaken now. So keep an eye out for those.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks
Fortification comes out. Oh, that's a repair kit.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Just gonna chill there for now. It's actually a pretty good item right now to have for either team. That's considering all the building damage happening.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Surprised it's just chilling there.
Illusion.
See all the items here, so I'll let you guys take a look.
The seeds of fortune.
Weaver almost has that nullifier completed. Being protected by Nyx Assassin right now. Roshan, another minute or so before he's going to be coming up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Nature's Prophet, meanwhile, he's caught by himself. And Helm of the Undying going off, but obviously he's dead.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
As a sapling.
And he's out for almost 2 minutes. So numbers advantage right now for noEscape, but their bottom lane's being heavily pushed. You figure they have to address this. Somebody comes in, that's Doom.
Is under attack.
The new Shadow Blade. Meanwhile, you see the push here
Structures are fortified.
from the Dire Creeps. Getting some ancient damage.
Radiant's top barracks are
Although
under
it has been replenished, so not so much. There's the top racks going down. And again, there is still the bottom racks, but check out the top one. Tusk, he goes in, but now he's sheeped up. And meanwhile, Wraith King jumps in on Nyx Assassin on the backlines. Tusk is dead. He's not buying back. The Black Hole locking down the BKB Broodmother. And Broodmother goes down. Doom is applied onto Nyx Assassin. So he's going to go back to the fountain. Weaver's caught, though. Weaver, can he time-lapse? No, he's just dead, and that is going to do it just like that. GG, well played. noEscape will pull through, and keeping hope alive is noEscape. That's exactly what they do right there. They keep hope alive. Demon Slayers, again, we knew that they were already eliminated coming into this. Playing for pride, giving a hell of an effort there in Game 1. Cannot pull through, though, so we do have one more game, though, in this series to figure out what ultimately is going to happen here. Looking forward to that. Once again, another look at the very end of the game. And just, it was a game that was bound to end like that, though, to be fair, obviously with the no buybacks taking place. A very thin line there. They're on razor edge. And Demon Slayers, though, it was a winnable game, even in the later parts. It certainly felt like it. But yeah, Meepo versus Broodmother. That was fun. All right, game number 2. That'll be coming up next, though. Once again, I'm Breaky CPK. We got Demon Slayers versus noEscape Esports. Game 2. Can noEscape continue to keep hope alive, or will Demon Slayers play spoiler? We're here to find out here for the major qualifiers for DreamLeague Season 13, the North American region. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.